right off of Glenwood Ave. I threw the number and the website up there, crowemagtoys.com. First thing I noticed, besides the pops, which every place seems to have, is they had a really good assortment of the WWF, WWE figures. Hey, look, there's my Universe Tenebo. I noticed the Giant Warrior, the Firefly Funhouse, the sick Road Warriors figures, the Dusty, Cassius Ohno, Vader. Gotta love my boys. Some LJNs here. Just some beautiful figs. They're in a display case because they're very pristine and very well done. Notice the collectible case here, as you saw in the thumbnail. In the case, we also have some Jurassic Park figures, some miscellaneous other figures and collectibles. Going over to this case, you'll notice that I start to kind of notice what they have here. One of the things I noticed was some of the old retro G.I. Joes. I absolutely loved playing with the retro G.I. Joes. And I liked the setup. It was very clean here. Everything was nice and organized on a peg. Everything, seemed to be in the right place. Come over here is kind of where I found my gold mine. So right there, I'll show you later, I found the entrance ramp. I found the puzzle that I ended up buying, a Slam City entrance ring. I found some different puzzles and books. Then right here, I find the LJN, I found the Elites, I found the Classic Superstars, and then, whoa, I found Series 1 Impacts. Again, clean, the LJN's in a bag, everything's marked, everything's fair priced, great selection here. As you can see here, they have a variety of different ones. Suicide caught my eye right away just because it's Series 1. It's such a beautiful, pristine figure. The box is a little bent, but it's still good. So here's a nice little close-up of it. It's a really great figure. And then I also liked the collector's case up there, the Stranger Things, wow, if I could talk here. And again, just a little glimpse of kind of what was in the cases here. So as you can see, there's a lot of different collectibles here at Crowemag Toys in North Raleigh. Again, very clean setup. Very much enjoyed hunting at this toy store, and I'll definitely be back. G.I. Joes were definitely a little touch because I grew up playing with these toys, as I'm sure most of y'all did. And again, the displays were just great. Again, I liked how everything was organized. I liked how everything was set up. Some stuff was a little thrown on there, but for the most part, it was very easy to kind of go through the different lines. Here, my kiddo is showing me a cool toy that he found. But then again, he finds some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the iconic Turtle Blimp, some Lord of the Rings action figures, some more Turtles action figures, classic and new, Mondo Gecko over there. So as we go over here, we see the troll dolls here, the classic trolls. Mimi Bobak would be in absolute heaven from Drew Carey. If you don't get the reference, you probably don't understand trolls. Classic Thermos's lunchbox, and then the pops. I do have to say the pops were very clean. I like the way they had them set up on the lower shelf so you could just see all of them without having to move them all around, and I'm sure the employees like that too. We also have some of the different statues, Batman figures. They had Batman Forever, they had Batman Returns, that you see by the penguin right there. They had Batman, the cartoon. They had all the different Batman toys. I mean, no matter what you collect, they have it. They had Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the McNugget toys. I mean, come on. Who doesn't remember the McNugget toys or the little knickknacks that McDonald's used to sell? And I thought that was kind of cool, a little bit of a throwback. Don't mind my ugly mug there taking a picture. I just kind of wanted to show the cool different McNugget toys that they had and the retro toys. They have some of the other Marvel figures and statues like Galactus and Gamora and Warpath. And then they had some classic Tonka trucks and John Deere tractors. You also have these cool Borgen things that they're like these aliens in a cage. They're squishy, kind of makes sure I still have that pumpkin or black and orange one camp scene I really enjoy. You get the retro puzzles, the TV show, the knickknacks, the Star Trek. You just had some really cool displays. Like right here, this is a nice display of some of the classic Marvel figures as well as some of the re-releases. And then my favorite thing here is from Toys R Us when Power of the Force was relaunched, I believe in 1996, 1997. It's a Millennium Falcon display, number 551 to 700. And then this really sweet Darth Vader figure here. What's really cool is there's only 700 of these made, and they had one of them, and of course it's $3,500. They also had cool little hand baskets of Toys R Us. We have the Kenner toys here, the Ghostbusters, the original Proton Pack. I thought that was cool. You get the Polly Pockets next door, and I'm kicking myself. I missed them. There's the Proton Pack. They had graded Star Wars figures in the next case that I completely missed over until after I turned the camera off. I still can't go over how clean the setup was in the store and how there was just so much of everything. I mean, as I kind of walked back over to show you the DC, they had the Reverse Flash, they had Kid Flash, they had Vibe, they had Justice League Now, Aquaman movie, Aquaman show, the original Aquaman cartoon. They just had all kinds of different figures. So pretty much whatever you collect, Crowemag Toys in Raleigh is going to have it. You had the cool Spider-Man retro pinball machine over here. I know I kind of went back over to the same area, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Some cool cameras, that weird Tribble thing. And then here's some knickknacks, the viewfinder. I didn't want to be too disturbing because, as you notice right here, somebody was selling their collection of Ghostbuster figures, so I didn't really want to be in the way. The giant Bakugan, that was absolutely cool. Then the statues for Mysterio, and you had Star-Lord, and you had just all kinds of cool statues. And you had Buffy, you had Stargate, you had Dick Tracy, you had all kinds of different, you had Dexter, you had Doctor Who, you had Madden, you had Rubber Ducks. It was incredible. And then, you come over and as you walk in, you just see it. You see the Star Wars section. Now, I'm a Star Wars fan of the show and the movie. When I say show, I mean like the cartoons and the Disney Plus shows, and obviously the 9 movies that were out. I don't know much about the toys, but I do know that between Kenner and right here, the M&M Pop Me is Chewbacca, and then Kylo Ren, the ugly sweater. I'm going to throw the pictures right here for you. Like I said, I'm a fan of Star Wars. I just don't know much of the toys. I know the Kenner toy line. I know the Black Card. I know Power of the Force. This store had it all. I mean, just look at this collection of Star Wars memorabilia. I mean, beautifully carded, no dings, no dents, very minty. You had the beautiful setup here. I'm going to throw some pictures in here to show you just how clean it was. The figures were on the pegs correctly. Everything was easy to search through. So if you really like Star Wars, this is definitely a shop for you. They had all kinds of different figures. I mean, I don't think I did it justice because I didn't film as much Star Wars as I probably should have. They had some awesome, you had the old school kennel replica there, and more Star Wars there. Over here though, coming up, this kind of popped me. You know how I get it, Pops, is the California Raisins. Check it out. See, the California Raisins. I don't know if people know that show, but it was a show I really enjoyed as a kid, and it looks like they had the complete set of all the minifigures. Thought that was cool, so I wanted to make sure I included that in this video. So if you oddly collect those, they have them too. And then just some more random pops up top, including Beast Boy. Here's that playset I was talking about earlier. That's a 2-in-1. It's Raw and SmackDown, as well as a backstage, and you can download an app to play videos. Thought it was cool. $150 is a little out of my price range, but it's still a pretty cool collectible. Going back to the LJNs, absolutely loved how clean these LJNs were. Normally when you see an LJN, it looks like someone chewed them, or they have green paint, or black paint, or chips, or scuffed, or they need a fig bath. These were completely clean. The Mr. Fuji was immaculate. All of them were immaculate. Andre the Giant was Coco Beware. They were just pristine condition. And then you had the classic superstars. Some very obscure names there from Tank Abbott. It just great condition. Some of the boxes are a little worn, but again, you have Ken Patera, you have Tank Abbott, you have Bruno Sammartino. Like, they just had such a great lineup of classic superstars. A very underrated line, in my opinion. I'm going to show you right here the Dynamite Kid. Then there's Dynamite Kid. And then you also have Doink the Clown, which kind of popped me as I swing down here. That was a cool one. I don't know why he came with a tag belt. A little weird to me. But then you have some Elites, you have some Basics, you have some UFC figures, you have some flashback figures, you have all kinds of Lucy's. Just a great overall wrestling selection.